Hello Stamper, welcome to Frenchie's video. I'm France Martin, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. And today it's a chicken coop, or it looked like a hot house if you ask me. But it's a chicken coop. But Verna sent me a picture that she saw on Pinterest, and the one that I copied that from, it was, let me look quick. Lézard de Silou, and it was in a brownish tone or cream tone. I thought to put it in the gray. It looked very like the old outhouse or the old chicken coop, so that's why I choose those color. So it doesn't matter the color, and I change a few things. So I'm gonna show you how to do this, and I know this opened this way here. That's where the party is, but then you still have place, oops, what did I do? Inside to write your message. So I put the hello. The hello, it's from the watercolor wish kit. And then the inside from all of us, that's one of the celebration I was looking for. I want it from all of us because it's mini of the chicken. So very much. So that's where this the from all of us come from. So let's get started, and all the measurement and all the supplies will be listed on my blog just below in the description. You get the link to go directly there or above where the I is. So first thing you want to do is take the hardwood background stamp set, and the first one that I did, like I did, this was my test here. So we're going to do it a little bit darker. I think it needs more pop to it. So let's get started. The best thing to do is take some of, I use 5.5 by 4 1/4, just a quarter sheet, and I did two things. I stamped 2 of them, so that way that's what I use to do my strip, and I'm going to show you which strip you need. Now this one, it's for the door, and the door measure, I got all my size right here that I use for my scrap. Okay, so the door measure 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. Now this here, we have to do both sides because it's such a big stamp set. I like to use the memento for this one. The stays on, it's just it's longer to clean, so I just use the memento. So a black stamp set, doesn't matter which one. So go on the top. Now, so you don't get inky finger and all that, bring a piece of paper to it, scrap paper, rub this good, and you're going to see how way darker it is. So this one here was soft, let me think, smoky slate and smoky slate. So now it's smoky slate paper with black ink. Turn it around, and we're going to do it again because we need both sides for this. Now we're going to put this here. Voila. And again. So now this is going to be the main part of our door, so it needed to be on both sides. Okay, so you're going to do a few pieces, like I said, 5 by 5.5 by 4 1/4, just a quarter sheet. So then you get a place to work with. So we get this piece. You're going to need 2 pieces of 1 by 5 1/4. You're going to need 3 pieces that it measure 4 by 1/2 inch, so 4 by 1/2, 3 of them, and 2 that it's 3 1/4 by 1/2. Okay, so we got all those pieces, and then 2 little pieces, that's for the inch for the door, that measure 1/2 inch by 1. 1/2 inch, yeah, 1/2 inch by 1. We're going to fold that right into right now, so I know that's my inch there. Okay, if you want, you can use a dauber and weather that. What I mean by weather that, it's you can take a dauber with a smoky slate and just add a little bit. I didn't prepare none of that. I thought with the black ink's gonna do quite a bit of a good job there. I really like the black ink. I got a tough time this morning. Black ink, much better. So you can weather that if you want. Now, this one, the one that was measure 3/4 by 1/2 inch, those one I did little notch there. I'm going to show you that in the door. But this one, because it's the branch on, not the branch, but the thing that all on the top, the door, I would add a little bit more to this. And it's no right and wrong. You can leave it just the way it is. It's just I wanted to put, it looked like weather look, that the weather been on it. Here we go. Now I might as well do this one just a little bit here. So I just see just a little bit of character, put it that way. We're going to add some character to it. Here we go. Now for the door. What I mean by the little dots, we wanted to make it look old. So what you're going to do is take your scissors and just do a little snip. See, can you see that? And then I try to go at the every end of the board there. So it's going to look like different length of the board. Here we go. And again, it's no right and wrong when it comes to crafting. Even if I try to do this card twice the same, it won't be look just alike because it's handmade. It's not a machine made. So remember that when don't critic yourself so hard. I think that's the big problem. We critic ourselves way harder than we should. Okay, now we're going to take the dauber and we're going to age that a little bit here. And dauber work great for that because it's little. And the trick is hold your paper tight. If you don't hold your paper tight, it's hard to weather that. Here we go. Now that's pretty much done. Now what we're going to do is take our 2 strip for the front, the one with the little snip that I did just like the door. Now we're going to use fast fuse. You can use snail, I just like fast fuse. And I'm going to put that about 1 finger, that's about 1/2 inch from the top. Or maybe 3/4 inch from the top. Here we go. Like I said, I just go with the flow with that. It's just a chicken coop. I mean, they're going to be happy no matter what. At least they get cover, right? So it's 1 of my finger about. Here we go. Now we got this. See, you get your door almost done. Now, this part here, it's crucial though. Why I say that, you have to be careful where you're going to put your glue. So that's why I'm going to use Tombow glue. So you're going to put just on half of it. And you're going to come here, put that just below your board there. I would say not even 1/4 inch, okay? So you just get half. The other part, it's loose, okay? It have to be loose because the glue going to go on the other way. So just on half of it, put your glue. And right here. Oops. And that's what it's nice about the Tombow. If you do a oops, you can move it around. So now our door, it's done. Now on the outside, I want to stamp the hello, but this time instead of black, I decide I'm going to stamp the hello with, I thought to do a cherry cobbler. I decide to do whisper white. I think whisper white's going to be better. If whisper white don't turn my fancy, I will do it back with a cherry cobbler. So it's just going to give me a shadow. Let's try white. Okay, so it's not dark enough. It is, but not enough. So we will go back with cherry cobbler. So really, the white in this place is just going to give you a shadow. And that is perfectly great. So now I'm going to go with cherry cobbler. I had brought the cherry cobbler because that's what I was thinking first, but then I thought, oh, white would be great, but no. But I still want my white there. So I'm going to go just above it and offset it just a little bit. So then I'm going to have a shadow. Perfect. So now I'm going to bring that closer so you can see this. So you see the shadow there in the white? I don't know how much the camera. So now we got a halo. Now for the inside the panel, we're going to do that at the end because it's too hard to bring it back. Now we have to do our chicken. So this one, you need a piece of shimmer white because we're going to watercolor. The shimmer white measure, again, I switched the size from my original because I want it a bit bigger. Measure 4 by 5 1/4. 4 by 5 1/4. If you're wondering, the original here, because you're going to see it's going to be a bigger border on this one was 3 3/4 by 5. But we're going with 4 by 5. This looks big. Let me measure, make sure. 4 by 5 1/4. Yes. Now I'm going to bring my scrap paper here. Very important now to use StazOn because you're going to be watercolor. We want to start with the picker. I call this one the one that pick all the time. You look like it's going down to pick that food down. You want to use your 2-1 strip. That's going to give you, I turn it around. See, I had stamped the smoky slate and I said it's not dark enough for this one. So that's going to give you an idea where's your center is. But the first one need to be low enough to have place for all the other ones. So I want about a quarter from the bottom. So I'm going to come right here. So now I know about where to go. I'm going to remove that one. I don't need that one really. And I'm going to come right here. Voila. Now I'm going to go with the big guy. I call him the big guy. Call him fried chicken. Sometimes he look like he's a fried chicken, church chicken. I think we get here in Livingston. I think he looked like that. And then I'm going to just try to line it up under, on top of the one that eat there. Here we go. Now, this is the egg dropper. I call her breakfast. She look like she's the one that lay eggs. I call her breakfast. See, I name all my chicken. Mr. Fry, the picker, and breakfast. Now, again, try to line up this. If you cannot see under where you're going, you can always use the Stampin' to line up. Voila! See how cool that was? Boom. So now we're going to be ready. Now what you're going to have to do, and I pre-done one, I really like how this one lined up. What you're going to do, you're going to color. So I'm just using my, like here I use the watercolor, I use the brown Early Espresso. And with Early Espresso, what I done, I mixed some red in it. So it's a little bit of a rust color. So I would come here and do some red, just a little bit. And then the N and the is behind here, I did in the yellow. And then for the red, for his little thing on top, really put quite a bit of watercolor pencil there, just because the red seemed to be light. And then just use the watercolor brush, the aqua painter, make sure it's wet a bit, and just blend that. And when I say blend it, see, I just very little here. Very simple. And then you would have to let all this dry. So that's why I pre-done one. I didn't want you to watch me color the whole thing, because really it's how to do the chicken coop, not the watercolor for this video. But you get a good clue how I color this. Okay? After you're done with all your coloring, now you're going to use the stamp set that come from the basic butterfly. You see it looked like chicken wire. Now this is going to be done with smoky slate. I'm going to take this and I'm going to stamp off first. I think I stamp off. Now I cannot remember. So let's bring this here. Go there. And again, I try to go about center on each side. Stamp off. I mean, stamp on, stamp off. Now try to line that up. Even if it's not just right, don't worry, it's a chicken coop. Stamp off. I want it dark, but not too dark, so that's why I stamp off. Here we go, my friend. And yes, I went right on top of the chicken, because really the wire, it's in front of the chicken, so you can see. Now let's build this. The 1-inch strip by 5 1/4. Gonna go on each side, and I like to put about 3-dimensional on each strip. Remove this. Feel like I get too much stuff here. So yeah, Verna, when she sent me that, she said, can you please do a video, pretty please? And I said, absolutely. I love to get a challenge that you see a card, but it's no explanation. I like to just go from there and build it up. So no, I don't come up with all ideas, but the building, I can pretty much build anything I see. I like that. I count my blessing many nights. Here we go, right there. So now, see, the wire, it's covered completely. Now the bottom, I just use, for the bottom, I just use, I'm looking for my silicone mat. The bottom, I just use 1 strip of the 1/2 inch. So it's 4, so 4 inch by 1/2. And I'm just gonna use my fast fuse on the side, on the side at each end. Just want to make sure I get all covered there. Here we go. Now I'm going to take this, put this in the bottom. Voila. Now the top, for some reason, I like to put 2 just, here too, I should have put 2. I just put, so it looked like it's building. We're going to put 1 on the top. I'm ready for 2, so we'll see if we put 2. Again, just about 1 inch at each end, really, because that's how far those strips are. And you know what? This one, I think I'm just going to put 1. Let's see if I would put 2. It looked more finished. Okay, let's put 2. Just overlap a little bit. You know what? Let's try 2 in the bottom too. So see, I just leave like 1/8 of an inch there. So it's look more like they're inside a building. Here we go. I don't know how much you can see. We're gonna leave it like that. Now for the door, now you're gonna take your tumble here and you're gonna put it over here in the back of it. So take this. I'm gonna make sure I go on the edge there. It's important to go at the edge, okay? Because that's where you're going to pull. So I would make sure you get some on the edge. Now you're going to take this, try to match that about how it goes. Okay, push this where you get your inch there. Just be careful, open it up, and then come here and push it down. See? Boom! Is that fun? I love it. Okay, now for the door handle, I decided I was using those lovely tools there, the embellishment. Well, I was. I think, oh, they fell right here. Phew! Okay, that's the Urban Underground embellishment. It's in the holiday, not holiday, but the occasion catalog. And I put a little star here for their door. So I don't have nothing that keep it closed. Oh, it's cricket here. Let me make sure. So don't start pulling till your glue dry. Here we go. Make sure that I think I can move this a little bit here. Here we go. It was just a little bit enough to bug me. Much better. Et voila. Okay, inside, what we're going to do is take a piece of linen thread. Take one of the screw. Guess estimate about where the center is here. Here we go. So now that's behind there. I pre-done an oval. It's here someplace. Trust me, I had it. That's what happens when you move all the stuff and you get all excited. Let me check where. Here it is. So I've done the smallest oval with the stitch framelets, and now we're going to use the stamp set from All of Us. So it doesn't matter, memento, stays on, doesn't matter. And I'm going to stamp that right in the middle of this. Really, it's easier if you stamp first and then cut, but I wanted to speed up the process. Now I'm going to weather this a little bit here. And if you see my paper, it's all kind of wrinkled. I use old, very damaged plate, or use very used plates now. See? But I like it for this. So now what you're going to do is take a glue, not a glue dot, but a dimensional. Excuse me, glue dot at each end. Okay. The dimensional there, still have the paper. Keep the paper there. We're going to put that about right there. And I'm just want to glue the, here we go. Here we go. Now we can turn this around here. Really, I want it a little bit more there. Here we go. Now we can turn this around, remove this, and we're going to use our snip, snip, and snip. And you can always take another glue dot, just cut it in two here. To cover the, not glue dot, but dimensional, to cover our glue dot so then it won't bow. So put it on top of this now. Oops, make sure it don't pass. Make sure, oh, make sure it don't pass your oval, because then you're going to see it. Here we go. Now take this, flip this down. Here we go, my friend. Oops, a little bit, but that's okay if it's cricket, right? It's a chicken coop. Now, for the card base, I use real red, not real red, cherry cobbler. Measure 4 1/4 by, 4 1/4 by 11. Score at 5 1/2. The inside, it's whisper white that measure 4 by 5 1/4. You could stamp another chicken ear, or what I was thinking that we can stamp, it's that little lovely egg there. I thought we can stamp it right at the bottom, do a border there. Here we go. I got 5 of them at the bottom. Now we're going to turn this around. See, I had messed up there. But it's always two sides of the paper, right? I'm going to use Fast Fuse. And bring that on your cherry cobbler. Voila, my friend. This is it. Voila. You get your chicken coop. Hope you enjoyed this. Again, for all your Stampin' Up! Product, visit my blog at FrenchieStamps.com, or below you get the description. It's going to bring you to this blog with all the measurement, or above you get the eye. It will bring you there, and you can shop 24/7. Thank you. Or by the way, this chicken Hey Chick stamp set, it's only available till March 30th. And you cannot buy it. It comes free with a purchase of $50. So time it's limited. Thank you and have a great day, my friends.